Nice.
Nice.
Hey guys, Marcus here at Mooloolaba Music. I'm joined today by my good friend Joe. How are you, Joe?
I'm well, super well.
Excellent. Good to hear. So today we thought we'd do a little bit of a comparison, a shootout between these two guitars that we have in our hands. Joe, what have you got there?
I have got the Gibson SJ200.
Beautiful. And I believe that is a custom shop SJ200, is it?
Yes, it is.
Mate, you've got to show us the back and the sides of that.
Totally.
Some beautiful,
Stunning.
stunning flamed maple on that one. Absolutely gorgeous. And as if the guitar wasn't good looking enough as it is. Look at it. Everything about it, the moustache bridge. Beautiful. And we are comparing that to this one here, the Sigma SG200. It's obviously sitting a little bit lower in the price point, and we just thought, well, let's have a look and compare the two, see what we're getting. Putting your bucks towards one or the other, and we'll give a little comparison.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, with the one that Joe's got here with our Gibson, so solid Sitka spruce top on this one. We've got that beautiful flamed maple back and sides. Now that's a solid maple back and sides. It's a North American figured maple, all solid, mahogany neck. This one's got things like hide glue holding it all together. Beautiful East Indian rosewood fingerboard. I love those crown inlays. Everything's bound. We've got our sort of binding with our our triple rose, no, not rosettes, purfling around there. Very ornate, obviously the pick guard, the moustache bridge. A lot of detail gone into that. And as I mentioned, a lot solid timbers, hide glue. So some real premium appointments in looks as well as actual materials. And on the SG200, as you can see, it looks so much like it. It's very similar. It's like a little clone. Well, not even little. It's a clone. Even a few minutes ago, one of the guys who walked past and was like, oh, if I hadn't looked at the headstock, I wouldn't have realized what it was. So solid Sitka spruce on this one as well. Now we have a layered maple back and sides on this. Not as highly figured, but if you can catch that, there is a bit of figuring in that maple. But still a maple back and sides. This one has a maple neck, and it's a three-piece maple neck, and we have an ebony board on this one, and as well as the ebony moustache bridge down here. So a few little differences in it, obviously with that same look. So we're going to get some tonal differences on them. Mm-hmm. So with this shootout, we're just comparing how it sounds. The necks on them are actually not too dissimilar, but there is a bit of a feel difference as well. Mm-hmm. But why don't we, let's have a little listen. Do you want to just play through a progression?
Sure.
All right, we'll get straight into this one. Your thoughts, what did you hear?
The color that comes out of this one it's pretty incomparable. Like, I think this is basically, if you're asking me, and I've played a fair few guitars, this is a dream acoustic guitar.
You've played a lot of guitars here in the last couple of days. He's been with us for a few days, played quite a few of the guitars, and we had lunch before, and I did ask you, so what's been your favorite piece of equipment? And what did you say?
I said it was the Gibson SJ200.
Which is why we chose to do this video. So shows you how nice this guitar is. We've played a lot of different brands. This one's Joe's favorite.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, although this guitar sounds great, the sound that I'm hearing from that one, there's a fullness, and it was mentioned just before by someone else. It sounds like an orchestra in comparison, because there's so much more going on. It's like a complexity across that, what do you call it, like the EQ spectrum. Totally. There's a big bottom end happening from that body, the big huge body. The maple in that being maple It's a timber that they use in things like orchestral instruments, violins and maple back and sides, cellos, violas. And the reason they use them is it's got a quick attack to them. Maple's got this really quick attack. It doesn't linger, but it's got a real pronounced mid-range. So it's filling out that mid-range section so it can actually stand out as an instrument. And then, a spruce top's going to give you a lot of volume, and there's a lot of nice sizzle and high end through that as well. So it's very, very full sound in this, bottom end, mid-range, treble coming through. Comparing it to the Sigma, definitely a lot of bottom end still coming out of this. There's a lot of bass response. There's still some brightness there, probably not as much brightness as we're getting out of that one. And the mid-range is hollowed out. It's like scooped right out in comparison. And I think that might be a little bit to do with the fact that different types of maple. So we're doing a layered maple, so we're not getting that same presence and punch out of the layers. I think it's like 3 layers of maple they do that. Gives it strength, by the way. So any kind of layered timbers in a guitar or any instrument, it's a lot stronger guitar. It's a lot more resilient versus solid, but the solid will resonate differently, generally preferred. So you can definitely hear a difference between these two. And I think a lot to do with that, not every part of it's to do with that, but a lot to do with that solid back and sides and the particular maple and the particular spruce that they're choosing in that. So you can definitely hear the mid-range is not there, even though the bottom end is still here on this. Now, in saying that, price difference between these two, it's a good 5 times as much or more. Actually, it's probably about 8 times the price. So this is actually a really good guitar because it's not a horrible, weak, thin sound.
No.
It's a boomy sound. So if you're wanting a real bassy sounding instrument that you could use as something underneath your voice, a singer-songwriter, it's a really great choice.
I mean, I gig on a guitar at about this price point, like all the time. And for that price point, this delivers quite a lot. And it's on the smaller side of things if we're talking about playing music, but the aesthetic of this, like
it's beautiful.
It has copied this, but it is stunning.
Absolutely. So obviously sitting at 2 different price points. So we're not comparing, apples and orange. We're not comparing apples with apples here. It definitely is kind of like we're comparing like a grapefruit with a grape, or a watermelon with a grape. But 2 great guitars, both available here at the shop. So if you're into more of your vintage and instrument and your collectible Gibson, hey, we've got these. If you look up on the wall behind us, I've got another 2 up there as well. I've got a blonde one, and I've got the light autumn burst there as well in the standard edition. And we've actually got a couple of these in stock, 3 different colours of this one in stock as well. So you can come down to the shop. Guys, I'd like to hear your feedback on this. Make some comments down below. Let us know what you think. And also, if you've got any ideas of other things like the shootout, we can do that as well. Great, guys. Well, we'll play a little bit more. I'll start someone off.